Have you ever looked at your parkrun results when you get home on a Saturday and it arrives by text, or you have a look on your phone and you've got an age grading result on there? Have you ever looked at that and wondered what it actually means? Well, here's a very simple explanation for you. Basically, your age grading is to tell you how well you run in comparison to the world record of somebody of your age and your gender over that distance. So obviously in the case of parkrun, that's 5k. One thing to bear in mind when looking at it is that age grading is worked out on world records, which are obviously set on very fast, flat, smooth surfaces. So they don't technically apply to trail running. However, once you understand your age grading, you can actually use it, particularly for parkrun, to help your running. So it is literally a percentage. So if I give you an example of, let's say, a 50-year-old woman, okay, running 5k, the world record for that is a staggering 16 minutes and 38 seconds. Yes, I know, I wish I could do that. So as an age grading, if you're somebody who could run a 5k in, let's say, just over 33 minutes, you would have an age grading of 50%. That's because the time that you can run your 5k in is basically another 50% on top of the time that the world record holder can do. If you were able to run it in 30 minutes, that would be a 55% age grading. If you could do it in 27.5 minutes, that would be a 60% age grading. So age grading changes every year of your age. You will always get a score that relates exactly to your age. If you're 53 or if you're 62 and you become 64, then your age grading will change. So take a look at the figures because you can use them to help your running, even though you may not actually be a road runner and be interested in running on flat, fast surfaces. So firstly, what you can do is use it as a measure of your own progress. So if you run the same parkrun every week, let's say you go to I don't know, Clumber Park or somewhere that's it's not a flat course, it doesn't matter. You can take your age grading from week to week and actually see how you compare from week to week and from year to year over time, simply using that figure, because it will always be a measure of how well you ran relative to that world record on one particular day. Linked to that, you can then look at it to see your progress over time, and particularly for those people like myself who started running many years ago, you will know that it can become quite demoralising when you look back at the times you used to be able to run and you know that you're actually not going to be able to run those times anymore simply because you've got older and it's physically not possible. However, what you can still do is look back at your age grading and actually aim to improve your age grading from what it used to be. So for me, I did my 5k PB in 2005, I think it was. It was a long time ago. I've got no hope of running that time again now, but when I look at my parkrun times now, my best parkrun times now are actually at better age grading than I could run when I ran my 5k PB in 2005. So for me, that's quite a motivating factor, is to be able to, rather than focus on the actual time that I'm running, is to actually try and improve my age grading. It's a massive boost when you know that you'll never be able to run those times again. The other thing, of course, that you can do is use it to compare yourself to other runners, particularly runners that are younger than you. So if you're at parkrun and you're regularly being overtaken by people who are like 20-30 years younger than you, and you wish that you could run those times, and you then look at their age grading, you might find that actually, although you're significantly older, you're actually running yet relatively better than they are at their age, because your age grading is actually higher than theirs is. So don't become obsessed with it, but have a look at your age grading and see how it varies over time, see how it varies between parkrun course to parkrun course, and see if you can actually use it in some way to as a goal, perhaps for you to improve, rather than actually trying to improve your actual time. See if you can actually improve your actual age grading and use it as a measure of your progress. It honestly, it really does work. It's a great way of motivating yourself to keep running as you get older. Okay, thanks, hope that helps.